Good morning and welcome back to Deer Valley Homestead with me, Andy. This week we are looking at all the species of animal we have and what breeds of those species we have, why we chose them, why we bought them and why we keep them. This has all come about because of a viewer comment last week asking that exact question. First up are the guinea fowl. We bought the guinea fowl for one reason, maybe two I suppose. But one reason mainly was tick control. We have 2 cats, a dog and a bunch of other animals, and ticks are a problem here. We have a lot of wild deer. Since we've had them, and we currently have 7, we had up to 14, and the fox got a couple. Since we've had the guinea fowl, the number of ticks on the animals has really decreased. Before we got them with the cats, we didn't have the puppy at the time, but between the cats and me, we would probably get 2 or 3 ticks a week. Now, we get maybe 1 on a bad week. Maybe 3 a month, something like that. So it has definitely reduced it. It hasn't cured it, but of course, the cats go walking outside the garden and the guineas generally stay inside. The other reason is that they're just cool. That's it. They make a lot of noise. We're lucky enough to live somewhere without neighbours who really worry about it too much. We have had runner ducks for 2 years now, and the main reason for these guys being here is pleasure and sales. And more specifically, we have silver Indian runner ducks. The reason for that is that they are quite a hard colour to find here, and they sell really well. So every baby that we've ever tried to sell has sold very quickly and for a good price. And so that's the reason we have them, along with a little bit of pest control in the garden. We do let them in our veg garden in the summer and they do a good job, although they do occasionally steal a lettuce. So something for something. Our next animal is the chicken, and we have quite a few different breeds of chicken at the moment, and I'll go through them and why we have each individual one. First up is the Silkies. We have bought those this year. I suppose the 2 main reasons that we bought them, one is for sales. We would like to sell some once we've bred them. And the second one is they are notoriously good for sitting on eggs. And last year we had a lot of difficulties with the incubator. We only have 1 incubator and we have 7 or 8 different species that we would like to incubate. It causes quite a backlog. So we're hoping some of these silky mums will sit on some duck eggs, for example. We'll see how that goes. Well, that does happen quite a lot this time of year. It's cold. They don't always want to come out first thing in the morning. Next up, pheasants. We had 2 kinds of pheasant. We are down to 1 type of pheasant. We had 2 beautiful golden pheasants. Unfortunately, they were attacked by a pine marten last year and they didn't survive. And at one point we had 6 Tenebros pheasants, otherwise known as field pheasants. We started out with 2 that we were given, and then we bought 4 ladies to go with them. Between 2 fox attacks and some escapes, the escapes possibly being my fault, we lost all of them. However, they had laid eggs and we did incubate the eggs, and we ended up with these 5 that are behind us now from those original 6. Even though for a while we had no pheasants here at all. Why do we have them? We would like to raise some for meat and some to sell, and that's one of the projects that I'm going to be working on a lot this summer. So we have the 1 aviary here finished, and the second one is over here behind me. It's been painted, so there is progress since the last time you saw it. It's going to go in here around this old tree, and hopefully I'm going to get to work on that in the next 2 months. It depends how long it takes for the ground to defrost and how much of a muddy mess it becomes when it does defrost. But watch this space for the pheasants. Hopefully this year I will get it together and we will end up with what would be nice, like 20 or 30 really nice pheasants. We'll see what becomes reality. Lymeria, would you like to be famous? What's it? Sadnie. That is Lymeria, who is our Bernese mountain dog. I always say that wrong. She's now 8 months old and she's doing pretty well. Her main job is to look after the chickens, and she's doing fairly well with that. I'm not going to claim it's 100% effective. You've seen the Silkies, and then in here I think we have another 5, 6, possibly up to 7 breeds of chicken. I'm going to go through the ones that are intentional choices. I think, like a lot of people, the first chickens we got were some eggs from a friend that we then incubated. We were told at the time they were Lohman brown chickens. In the end it turned out they were dominant. Doesn't matter too much to us. Morning! We predominantly have Lohman brown chickens, and that's intentional. They are very prolific layers and very readily available here. What I would say about the Lohman browns is that if you let them around the garden, they are very messy chickens. They will be up in every single flower bed. They will scratch through everything they can find. But they are 320 eggs a year, and that's wonderful for us. The other chickens we have at the moment are leghorns. We've got 6 of those, and that's a new experiment for us. When we went to get some new chickens, we got the 10 Lohmans, and we got 6 leghorns at the same time. The leghorns have a beautiful white egg, and they're just starting to lay. So that is our main species of chicken, and then we have a couple of extras like teriyaki. Teriyaki was a birthday present from Bee's sister for her, and then we have a couple of others mixed in. I don't actually know. Is it Astrolorp? I think it's an Astrolorp, and I think there's what I call a Polish chicken. I don't know the correct name for it, but I call it a Polish chicken. So that looks more like a dominant to me, and that is a young Lohman. The really nice thing with the Lohmans is that you can sex them at a very young age, because the males are white and the girls are brown. Couldn't be much easier than that. And if you're wondering why we have chickens in the first place, of course, it's for the eggs and the egg sales. We sell enough eggs from these chickens that it pretty much pays for the food for all of the animals for the year. It's not everything, but it's a lot more than they eat, and that's the main goal with it. We're not trying to make money, we're not trying to start a whole business. What I've found, and I'm not sure if this is true or not, is that if you have only one species of chicken, they tend to all molt at the same time. So it comes into winter, normally around November, December for us, and they all go into a 3-week molt and none of them lay any eggs. Whereas now with the variety we have, even when one group goes into molt, we still have the others laying eggs. We currently have 7 rabbits. They are all French lops. Hello, Stiga. And they're all fairly friendly. Stiga here was actually the first animal that I got when I left my job and came to start the homestead. She was given to me by Bee's mum. And it just kind of spiraled from there. We stuck with the French lop. A lot of people will be shocked to find out, but this is the standard meat breed here. You can get the broiler rabbits as well. However, most people keep these. They are absolutely wonderful. They are massive, they grow pretty fast, and we love them. I would say that if I was going to start again from scratch, I would not get French lops. And the reason is that they're just too damn cute. They are not easy to butcher because of how cute they are. They all have personalities. I would definitely get some kind of ugly white broiler with the red eyes that looks a little bit evil, that I might not feel so bad about butchering. Anyway, these 6 are all safe. And now we have 2 bucks and 5 ladies, and we've done it that way round. so that we always have independent bloodlines, and that helps a lot when we come to sell the rabbits. People are always looking for pairs. Can you breed them? Yes, here's a pair with an independent bloodline, so they're not related to each other at all. Of course, some of them now are. For example, one of Stiga's babies is down here. This is Mama's favourite, and she's one of Stiga's babies, and Mr. Brown, I think, is over here. Mr. Brown is also one of Stiga's babies. He's not quite as friendly as the rest. In fact, we just started breeding these rabbits again in the last 2 days. So hopefully in about a month, we'll have somewhere around 30 kits running around. And we have big plans for the rabbits this year. Are you trying to escape Mama's favourite? Is that what you're up to? Now, until 2 days ago, we did have some quail. We had 3. Unfortunately, they were attacked. Not last night, the night before. I've put the night vision camera out. We will see who attacked them, hopefully, tonight. The quail we got, we thought we would be super excited about the eggs and about eating them. The first year we bought 6, and then we bred them, and we ended up with about 30. I butchered them, and most of them are still in the freezer because we just haven't eaten them. We've tried them twice, and we just didn't find them to be worth the effort of cooking and everything. So we've given up on the quail. I think it's pretty unlikely that we will replace them. We did love the eggs, they were great in soup, but again, a lot of work for not much reward. So we've given up on them for now. It's also very easy to buy quail eggs if we really fancy them, so they have gone. And the other thing we have at the moment is the 6 USA Silkie chicks that are in the garage that you saw in the brooder video last week. If you haven't seen that and you want to see them, have a look at that. So that is all the animals we currently have. A couple of other ones that we have had. We had the geese last year. We had a roast goose a couple of days ago. Wow, that is amazing. We will definitely get some more goslings this year. I think the thing with the goslings for me was that apart from the starter feed, which cost 17 euros for a bag, we only used 1 bag, they really didn't eat much from me. All they wanted was grass. They wanted it all day long. They ate it all day long. And for the amount of meat in return, great investment. We will definitely do those again. And the first year we had mullards. Here they call them husakachki. It's like a goose duck, a crossbreed. And they were some of the most fun animals that we had. They would follow me around in a line of 10 all day long if I let them. However, we've only eaten 5 of them. So either we made too many or we just don't like them that much. So we'll see what we do this year. We might do a broiler duck instead. We also currently have 19 turkey eggs in the incubator. So those should be ready in about 3 weeks' time. And who else is coming to the farm that's new this year? Turkeys, geese. There will be some kind of duck. There was something else. Oh, we've decided to get a new buck for the rabbits. So now 3 of our breeding ladies are related to Mr. Brown. So we're probably going to end up getting rid of Mr. Brown. We'll sell him on as a breeding buck, and we'll buy in 1 breeding buck. As always, thank you very much for watching. Drop your comments down below. What do you think about what I've said? Hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe, and we will catch you all next week. I think next week we're going through actually the plan for 2025. Every animal that we want to purchase, everything we want to breed, and everything we want to build. Keep safe, and we will catch you on the next one. This is one of the things I love about the guineas. They're just always somewhere they shouldn't be. Right now, they're looking for some duck food.